Hello and welcome to Rouge Correspondence. My name is David Moresco. Behind me, a NATO airborne task force is engaged with Russian forces in an effort to secure Stavropol. Last year, an entire NATO brigade, Task Force Mongol, was wiped out in the effort. Join me as we examine the soldiers of this new task force and view their confidence as they attempt to succeed where Task Force Mongol has failed. During the night, Task Force Hunter was paradropped behind enemy lines. I was able to catch up to them in the morning where I encountered some of their security elements. I had some casual conversation with them. Soldier, if you could just introduce yourself and your unit to the camera.
Sure, I'm First Lieutenant Calloway, tasked with Task Force Hunter over here in the Stavropol region. Currently we are a fire team, just basically kind of holding down the fob while our other platoons go out and kind of survey the area and do their jobs.
So you're a security element?
Pretty much.
Okay. So the first thing I noticed when I was walking up is you've maintained an optimal thickness.
Right.
And you've been at war for 4 years.
Right.
So have you had to resort to cannibalism to maintain that bode?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
So what's your secret? How are you eating so much?
A lot of honey buns.
Honey buns?
Yeah.
What are those?
A lot of honey buns.
Do you have any on you?
Not on me.
No?
No, but
You eating them all?
Yeah. Honey
Okay.
buns and jerky.
Honey buns and
have
jerky.
jerky.
That's your secret, and that's your fighting fuel. That keeps you at
Right.
thick status.
Right.
Gives you that extra
Sugar and
couple,
protein.
extra couple millimeters of armor to keep
Right.
you safe.
Yep.
Understood. So, how's the fighting been so far?
So far it's been pretty fierce. We dropped in last night for a kind of push here. Met some moderate resistance, was able to squash that pretty easily, and kind of came through. And so far our security element, we haven't had any contact.
No contact.
No
so
contact.
It's been a boring morning except for last night.
Pretty much, yeah.
Take any casualties?
None.
Any of your friends die?
None yet.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Don't die.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for giving me this interview.
No problem.
Good luck, brother.
My name is Brian Parr, and I am the squad leader for 1st Platoon, 2nd Squadron.
1st Platoon. So you guys dropped in last night.
We did, yes.
How was that?
We dropped in a little off of our initial expected landing, and we immediately took contact, took heavy casualties. We were able to medevac most of the people out and set up a patrol base, and were able to repel the Russian forces throughout the night.
Sounds like a tough fight.
It was.
So you took heavy casualties. Does that mean that you had some of your soldiers die on you?
We did, yes.
That's very unfortunate. What specific tactical advantage does your group have over Task Force Mongol?
So we did incorporate a few special forces elements. Specifically, we do have a Ranger battalion out here.
A Ranger battalion?
Yes.
Where are they?
I can't reveal the location for tactical reasons, but they are out here and they are able to relay us good actionable intel, and from that intel we are able to better coordinate our efforts.
So what you're saying is the Ranger battalion is carrying your platoon somewhat?
I believe it's a team effort, and every person has their part to play. The Rangers are feeding us the information that we need, and we are acting on that intel and executing the orders of those above us, and so far it's working out great.
Excellent. So the Rangers are being team players and they're working with your platoon?
That is correct.
That's amazing.
I'm Brian Ooch. I'm a squad leader in the 2nd Platoon, 4th Squad.
So Brian, I noticed that you have piercings, and you also appear to be using a vape. Do you think your lax of grooming standard affects the men around you? Do you think it makes them less cohesive?
Negative.
Can you talk about your vape?
It's a vape.
What kind of vape? Like what brand, anything in particular? Why should a soldier particularly choose that vape over any other vape?
I guess it doesn't explode in your face. I don't know.
Has that happened?
Not to me.
Not to you.
But according to stuff that I read in the past, it has.
So potentially you could be threatening your defensive posture by vaping. So far, I wasn't very impressed with this task force, so I set out to find this quote-unquote Special Forces Ranger element. I encountered a Spanish sniper team along the way, and they were up for an interview. But it took a couple of tries, and the problem wasn't the language barrier. Soldier, could you introduce yourself and your unit to the camera?
Que les introduce esto. Ok, me llamo Ortega, soy de parte del GOE. Somos parte de MOE. Soy el... Hey!
Watch our right step. We're going, come on.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Here.
Most of the Russian infiltrators withdrew as soon as they appeared. Even though everyone was feeling a little tense, the Spanish were still up for the interview.
Ok, soy Ortega, parte de Oso 21, parte de MOE, soy el francotirador. MOE es parte de las operaciones especiales de España. Somos como si fueran los Rangers.
What stake do the Spanish have in this conflict?
¿Qué están los españoles aquí?
Porque nos mandaron.
They're here because they were sent here.
Because they were sent here.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a soldier? Are you proud to fight here?
¿Cómo te sientes tú estar en esta guerra aquí? ¿Estás orgulloso de estar aquí?
Pues bueno, para nosotros, pues nosotros tenemos muchos problemas en nuestro propio lugar. So, estando aquí, pues no nos importa mucho.
He said the Spanish have their own problems. They're in Spain, so wherever he goes, it doesn't really matter to him.
Doesn't really matter. What does that mean? Like, have their own problems locally in Spain?
¿Qué significa eso, tener sus propios problemas en su lugar?
Bueno, pues ahorita tenemos problema con ciertas partes de España que se quieren hacer su propio país y pues ahorita hay mucha guerra políticamente entre el país.
Okay. He's saying that in Spain that there's a lot of internal conflict, that there's parts of Spain that want to separate. And so that there's a lot of political conflict in Spain internally.
Do you think you should be in Spain rather than Russia right now?
¿Piensas que deberían estar en España ahorita en cambio de este lugar?
Bueno, mientras que no haya armas allá ahorita, estamos bien, pero pues si se empieza a ponerse más violento en lugar de político, pues sí.
Okay, he says right now, well, the conflict in Spain hasn't escalated, that he doesn't have any problem being here, but that if things were to deteriorate in Spain, that he thinks that they should return home. Muchas gracias.
Claro, gracias por darme el tiempo.
Stay tuned for the next dispatch, where I find the Russian forces and get shot in the process.